Hey guys, so now let's talk about creating hard and symbolic links. So links are very similar to shortcuts, so you should be familiar with that if you're coming from a Windows platform. There are two types of links, hard links and symbolic links. So the hard links are not a pointer to a file, but it's a directory entry pointing to the same inode. And an inode is a data structure on a file system that stores the information about a file besides its name and actual data. If you change the name of the file, the hard link will still point to it. However, if you replace the file with a new version with the same name, the hard link will not point to it. So for example, if you had a file named example.txt and you deleted that and then you replaced it with a new file with the same name, the hard link you created for that first text file won't transfer over to the next text file. So other limitations of hard links include it can't span physical file systems and it cannot reference directories. So let's try creating a hard link. So right here we can type, let's see, so we have, right now we're in our 08 example directory, and let's say we want to create a hard link of the curriculum file, which is in our main directory. So we can say target file would be curriculum.txt, and we would want to have a link name for that, so just say curriculum.link.txt. So now we see that we made a hard link for that. So we can actually go ahead and go in here and we can edit whatever here, right? Save that. And then if we traverse back into our folder, our main folder here, and go into our curriculum, we can see the same edit right here. So let's navigate back. So example, and then, all right. So now a symbolic link is very similar to a hard link, but it has some better features to it. So these actually point to the file through its file path name. So it resolves the name of the file every time you access it. If you move the file, the symlink does not follow, but if you update the file with a new version of the same name, it'll still work. So going back to our example, if we had a directory called example.txt, and then we had a symbolic link to it, and we deleted that, and then we came up with a new directory called example whatever it was, the symbolic link will still work because it looks at the path name instead of the pointer to the inode. So let's try making a symbolic link. And one other thing, symbolic links were made to overcome the limitations of hard links. So they can span physical devices, which means they can access several file systems, and they can also reference directories, which is a very powerful thing. So to create a symbolic link, we can use the -s option. So we type ln -s and then the directory name. So we have to type 2 folders back and then command snippets fundamentals, and then we can have a shortcut. And then now if we go cd shortcut, we can go and we're back into our command line snippets fundamentals folder.